winners finals. And it's going to be JaySon versus ZekEsports Cosmos. Cosmos has been putting in so much time and effort with this Corrin, and he's been rewarded quite heavily, actually.
Definitely.
In the last 4 Shockwaves he's been to, he's taken first place at 2 of them, with his worst placings being 4th and 5th. And one of the reasons why he got 4th place was actually because of the person sitting right next to him, JaySon at Fox. But since then, Cosmos has definitely leveled up. He's gotten a better handle of how this matchup works out. So you can expect him to this match to be much more difficult than JaySon will be hoping for.
A lot of characters will traditionally have hard time catching Fox on this stage, but Cosmos doing a really good job using that side B from center stage to safely poke. With all that room behind him, he will be able to kick back without being able to get punished.
JaySon is probably asking himself one primary question: how do I get around this Dragon Launch? So far, his answers seem to be by going airborne more than anything else. And I think that Cosmos might start picking up on it, might start putting out some aerials to intercept JaySon in the air, and that might actually force JaySon off stage, where he's going to be for a world of trouble.
Yeah, Corrin aerials definitely able to contest the airspace. So much reach, so much active hitboxes with stuff like neutral air, up air. It will be hard to be moving around those if he does start calling it out.
Like we said, JaySon has been playing on fire this entire evening. That momentum is definitely carrying him here as well. Cosmos, a rough position off stage. JaySon doesn't get the down smash though. Cosmos able to snap back to safety, but JaySon coming in from up top, getting the downer, then getting the up smash. Like we said, he's playing a bit more airborne, trying to avoid the Dragon Lunge, and it worked out really nicely because even though the Dragon Lunge didn't come out, he avoids that chop and punishes it very nicely.
He's up tilt racking up so much damage. Catching the landing yet again. That one a little bit too greedy, gonna get caught by that neutral air falling by Corrin. Ooh, okay.
Wait, the charge of that?
So
the active hitbox?
So the charge of it, like she holds the sword in front of her. And
okay.
The sword kind of charges. It is an active hitbox. The thing to note though, I haven't actually tested this myself, so I don't know if it's 100% true. But if you're getting hit by the charge, you can air dodge in between whenever she stops charging and when the actual F smash hitbox comes out. So
Cephalon coming in clutch with the stats, and JaySon strong with the up smash. Cosmos get to do a % of damage after taking that stock off stage at 120%. This is kill %. This is when JaySon smells the blood in the water. He's going airborne once again.
Yeah, Cosmos was trying to set up the up tilt after that kick backwards, but a little bit too low % for it to work. Yep. Yeah, this has been, I think, the sort of indicative of JaySon's play style today. Very, very kind of, you say he's on fire today, but I almost want to say that he's completely frozen. He's very, very difficult for people to actually get in on him. Playing very, very defensive. Yeah, and turning himself in sort of, rather than like an aggressive character, character dancing circles around his opponent. And just like that, waiting for his opponents to make a commitment, make a mistake, and then just come in and punish very, very, very hard.
And those punishes have been astounding in that first game so far. Cosmos, he just didn't have that same level of punishment, really. We usually look at Cosmos, and what I think of immediately is that insane 0 to death he did on Denti, right?
Yes.
You remember that? That was crazy, but we didn't see those moments. Instead, it was all about JaySon. He's able to get around the Dragon Lunge. He's able to shut out a lot of Cosmos' grounded approaches, and I think that's why we saw Cosmos start with a more aerial approach at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, try and control some of that space, make it so that JaySon can't do empty hops to move around and, look for an opportunity to set up a punish. But it will be hard to do that consistently, I think, with Corrin's relatively low ground speed.
Definitely outclassed from a speed standpoint on the ground by Fox. You can see JaySon zipping around this stage. Just making it so hard, even right there. Like the fact that he was just barely out of range of that Dragon Lunge just makes it seem like it's very, very difficult for Cosmos to find these openings that he's really looking for.
JaySon definitely making the right choice of doing this safe, side B, super low, snapping as low as possible, avoid those Dragon Lunges and those F smashes. Oh, wow.
Nice. Yes, I think he sidestepped there. Ends up getting the up tilt as a reward.
Oh, yeah, knows that he's got him scared of the falling aerials, so just drops empty and gets the grab.
Now, why haven't we seen all that many counters from Cosmos? That's a question.
Well, I think because of the the counter hit nature, the punish nature that JaySon's been doing. He hasn't really been being very aggressive. It's been very, he hasn't been predictable on whenever he's actually going to be doing his attacks. And Corrin, you know, Corrin's counter is great in that it has great knockback and it will, you know, potentially end your stock. But it also does carry a lot of risk. It's got a long animation. Unlike the Witch Time, you can't expect to, you know, be getting away with it if it misses.
Speaking of things you can't get away with, Cosmos kind of going for that dare, and JaySon just using that quick speed to get that up smash.
Yep, he has started landing these Dragon Lunges, though, so that will be a scary thing that JaySon will have to look out for. Okay.
So far, doing a great job of spacing around that option. Not that time, though. It's smart. He's starting to close the distance a bit more, because while Corrin really does control the mid-range quite nicely, because of JaySon's more, I guess, reactionary defensive sort of playstyle, it might be a bit more beneficial for him to get closer to kind of deal with the fact that JaySon seems to retreat anytime the Dragon Lunge comes out. It's working out pretty nicely for him. 93 on JaySon to Cosmos 42. This match can turn in an instant. Another big Dragon Lunge. JaySon forced off stage here.
Ooh, okay, that's a little confirmed. Yep. JaySon definitely content to just give up the space that Cosmos controls. Get some damage off these jabs.
With this damage, I'm thinking about all those empty hops JaySon did before. Cosmos might not put the shield up. At this kind of percent, it could be the final blow that JaySon needs. No up smash yet. Going to be saving that option for when he knows he's going to get the kill. But the Dragon Lunge comes out. It's not going to be a stock yet. But JaySon using all of that control of the stage that he once had. Up throw, and that's it. The emotion that you can see from both of these players, like we said, both of them up-and-comers. Cosmos maybe a bit more known, I'd say, than JaySon. But they both are playing with something to prove at this point.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed that Cosmos took him back to FD. Normally, whenever you play against a strat like that, you try to, like, I would have expected a Battlefield counterpick to try and get him in more like a enclosed space, so he wouldn't be able to play as defensive and have as much room to like run around to be mobile. But instead, just going back to the same stage, showing that he can beat that strat. Well, very powerful statement.
I think the counterpick of Battlefield here might open up some new areas of approach for JaySon. In particular, runoff aerials from those little platforms. Something that Cosmos definitely has in mind, though he gets a lot off of those platforms as well, given how long the range is on that sword.
Absolutely, yeah. Lots of pressure that you can do underneath it. Up airs especially. Very, very Melee Marth-esque if you're ever on the platform. Just up air and cover all of the space. A very, very dangerous place to be. Messes up the input on the side B. Gets a little bit of a punish because of it.
Very close game. But Cosmos starting to pull ahead a bit with that Dragon Lunge.
Just wait on the run-up shield.
And that's another really big thing. JaySon has been able to make a lot of mileage whenever he's able to roam freely, whenever he's able to use Fox's quick movement speed to get around a lot of Cosmos approaches. But the more that he gets cornered, right, the less options he has for escape. And so maybe for Cosmos, he might need to change up his game plan a little bit. Maybe focus less on more damaging moves and maybe focus a bit more on putting JaySon in this corner. Because right here in the corner, gets the grab, almost gets the kill as well.
Yeah, that is one advantage that this stage will have, is that the ceiling, well, it's relatively high. Going to be living from those throws a little bit longer. JaySon, again, content to just give his opponent space, but down smash just barely missing.
Another opportunity, and Cosmos comes out on top. Last stock for JaySon. He's had an incredible run this evening, and I know he doesn't want to let it end just yet.
Getting clipped on the very tip of that kick.
Ooh, and that time, no punish actually on that falling downer. Cosmos.
Oh,
no. Not like that.
Not like that. That's a bad way to go out. Yeah, I think he thought he had his double jump, so tried to double jump up on the inside beyond the stage quickly, but yeah, he never actually hit the ground from whenever he double jumped up from the ledge. So.
That's a heartbreaker.